became impossible. I did dinosaur voices to make him laugh, and when I looked up, Renee was staring at me like I'd solved world hunger. Other moms kept asking how long we'd been together, and she'd get this soft look. The cake tasting was what broke us both. She started sobbing over chocolate versus vanilla, but I couldn't understand why. I held her in the parking lot while she ugly cried into my shirt. "I'm so sorry, Alan. I'm so sorry." "It's not your fault," I said. "Yes, it is," she whispered, and no matter what I said, she refused to feel less guilty. "Pretending to care about you is killing me," I finally admitted one night. She looked like she might cry. "Alan, there's something." I perked up, but then she couldn't bring herself to say it. "After the wedding," she said. "We'll talk after the wedding." That's when it happened. The rehearsal dinner was the first time I would meet her cousin, the bride. I walked in confident, her hand in mine, ready to charm great aunts and distant cousins. I had been genuinely looking forward to it just to spend more time with Renee, but then I saw her, Sasha, in a pearly white dress. We locked eyes and suddenly the world stopped. Her champagne glass froze halfway to her lips. Then the worst possible thing happened. Keon stepped out from behind her, my ex-best friend, wearing a matching pearl white tie. The three of us stood frozen while Renee's relatives milled around clutching cocktails. Renee went rigid, and when I looked at her, I saw it. This was what she had been apologizing for. Sasha started storming toward us. Keon followed her, saying, Wait, I can't do this." I turned to Renee. "Please." Her voice broke, but I was already walking out, leaving her standing there with her hand still extended toward where mine had been. She followed me to the parking lot. "Please, just get through dinner. You knew they'd be here." "I didn't know about Keon, but you knew about Sasha." "That wasn't a question." "Alan number. I originally just wanted." I cut her off. I told her I needed time, then got in my car and left. She had to walk back in and make up some excuse about food poisoning. She texted me all evening. 72 messages and 21 calls I didn't respond to. But then next morning at 4 a.m., she showed up at my door. "The wedding's in 10 hours. Please," she sobbed. I stood there, not knowing what to do. She was shaking so hard her teeth were chattering even though it was warm outside. I opened the door wider, and she practically fell through it. Her makeup had run down her face in black streaks, and her dress from the rehearsal dinner was wrinkled like she'd slept in her car. The neighbors across the hall had cracked their door open to watch, so I pulled her inside before they called security. She collapsed onto my couch and immediately started digging through her purse with trembling hands. Her phone screen lit up with dozens of missed calls from her family. She swiped past them and pulled up old photos from her camera roll. Two girls in matching red Christmas sweaters smiled at the camera, maybe 12 years old. Renee pointed at the taller one with perfect teeth. That was Sasha. They looked like sisters almost. Same nose, same chin. But Sasha's smile was bigger and brighter even back then. Renee scrolled to another photo from high school where Sasha wore a crown at what looked like homecoming while Renee stood in the background. Another photo showed them at some family party where everyone surrounded Sasha while Renee sat alone at a side table. My chest got tight as the pieces started clicking together in my head. She'd known exactly who my ex was when she hired me for this fake boyfriend job.